the last config video you'll need to watch. I'm going to be breaking down everything that you can do for Steam controller configs. So please watch through the whole video. If you have any problems, it's probably already solved in this video. If you comment something that's in this video, I'm literally just gonna ignore it. First things first, you have to enable your controller to be used in Steam. To do that, you have to go to big picture mode in the top right. Go to menu, go to settings, go to controller, and click enable Steam input for your specific controller. I have a PlayStation controller. You might have an Xbox, whatever. After that, click power, exit big picture mode. If you don't see this, your controller is either not plugged in, or you have like DS4 Windows running in exclusive mode, or some other program that's already using your controller. Once you have this here, you want to click view, you want to go to small mode. Inside small mode, you want to right click your Apex Legends, edit Steam controller config. You can also do this on the EA version of the game. All you need to do is click add a game, add a non-Steam game. You need to find where that game is installed. If it's not in this list, you have to click browse, and you have to find where the game is installed. Let's just say Google Chrome is, Apex Legends right now. You go into the Google Chrome, and then you would have this controller layout. You can edit the controller layout for that game. I will be having a link to my controller config. If you are going to copy my controller config, you need to copy my in-game settings as well. First thing I'm gonna go over is auto jump. Let's say you have a jump button on X. Since you need to use this to interact with the menus, you need to make a quartered press. I would only do this if you use A or X, you know what I'm saying? PS4, Xbox. You click show activators, and you want to click add an activator. Then under activation type, you want to click quartered press. The auto jump will only activate when you press another button. You can use auto jump for going up ropes faster. What I like to put the quartered button to is either interact or crouch. And then the binding would be the A button, and then you would turn on repeat to turbo. And then if you want auto pickup, what I would do is click show activators, and I would do the same thing. If you have this on regular square, you won't be able to open up boxes, so you need to create a quartered press. When it comes to interacting, I usually either do left my aim in button, or like one of your joysticks, since they're easy to click. Whatever button you decide, you would then change your binding to the interact key, and then hold to repeat turbo. Now when it comes to the tap strafe, there's two tap strafes you can make. There's the Neo strafe / RAF strafe. It's practically the one that you can strafe in each direction. And then there's the W strafe, where you only input the W. I would recommend to enable both of them. To create the Neo strafe, you need to go on your left stick, and then you want to go to mode shifting. The style of input needs to be directional pad, and the mode shift button needs to be whatever button you actually press. So pressing this button will shift your left stick to Neo strafe. It'll make sense. For me, I Neo strafe with my left trigger full pull. I kind of have custom settings, but you can put this on anything like left bumper, whatever you choose. I would recommend to change your in-game jump button to that button as well. And then you want to go to each one of these, put WASD, so A on the left, S on the bottom, D on the right. And then you want to go into each one, click show activators. You want to change the activation type to long press, and hold to repeat turbo on, and then put this one all the way low, and max this one out. And then you want to do that for all of them. So depending on what button you use will change how you have to set it up. So if you want it on left trigger, you're going to have to turn off the analog input, and you're going to have to bind your soft pull action to the jump button, and then your full pull action to the Neo strafe. I can just normal jump if I want. That's if I light pull it, but then if you fully press it down, you'll get the Neo strafe. If you have it on, like, let's say you have it on left bumper, you're going to need to want to add a delay to your tap strafe. If you don't do this, you won't be able to wall bounce. I'll kind of like bug out sometimes. B hopping is like weird, but that's just like the one tap strafe. What I have is I have the second tap strafe, W, on my right trigger. To set up the W tap strafe, you need to go to whatever key you're gonna put it to. I like to put it to my right trigger on my full pull action, but you can put it on any key as you want, as long as it doesn't interact with your actual gameplay. It might not work out with your binds. You might just have too many binds and you don't have enough to spare. but since I'm using the soft pull and the full pull, I can put 2 binds on one, so it's like I don't lose any binds at all. But to set up the W key, you want to put the full pull action to W, turn off the analog, turn down your soft pull point, and you want to put this to simple threshold. Your soft pull should be right trigger, and then your full pull should be the W. Under the W, you want to go to show activators and turn this on to repeat. Now that we're in game, you see I got the Neo Strafe on my left trigger, and then I got the W Strafe on my full trigger. The way how it works, as long as I'm fully holding down control, I can tap Strafe. Let's say you want to copy my config. I have jump and crouch on left trigger and right trigger. You need to make sure that your trigger dead zone is on none. That's practically the only thing you really have to copy. Everything else can be customized to whatever you want. I use LB and RB to shoot, and you can copy whatever you want. If you want a super glide on controller, you're gonna have to set it up for your keyboard and then set it up for your controller. You're gonna have to download this file. This link will be in the description. Once you download it, if this pops up as a white page, you're gonna need to download WinRAR. That'll also be in the description. It's pretty self-explanatory. You're gonna get 4 CFG files. You're gonna want to find where your game is installed. For most, that is under the C drive, Pokemon files, x86, Steam, Steam apps, Common, Apex Legends, and then the CFG. You just want to drag these files into your CFG file. To edit this file, you're gonna want to open it with Notepad. This is for 120 FOV, the CLFO scale. You can delete this if you want. And this is for the Superglide. Just keep that in there. In the Superglide 1, you're gonna want to note down what button it is. So it's F, and then it's M wheel down. Go into your Steam controller config. You're gonna want to need to set up the first bind on your jump button. For me, that's left trigger. So what I do, I go into my soft pull because that's my actual jump bind. This is my tap strafe, and then I change it to F. For me, I tap strafe with my D-pad down. I claw, so I can like claw with my left finger. You can use whatever key you want. You want to change this to scroll wheel down right here. You want to click here, click show activators. I change mine to long press, and repeat rate needs to be on max, and long press time needs to be all the way down. Then one more step, you go into your game, click properties, and you want to type plus exec auto exec. Now that I'm back in game, if I press my F key and it jumps, I know that the Superglide config now works. If you press scroll wheel once, I mean scroll it down once, and I mean just one tick, your game will be in 30 frames. And this is the timing for the Superglide. If it's not working, you either have VSync on or it's just not set up correctly. Once you're on controller, the button that I made it to jumps, and then my mouse wheel down, I Superglide. It's really that simple. That's like everything I have to show you in this video. If this did help you, make sure to leave a like, consider subscribing if you're new, and I'll see you in the next video.